So right now we're mounting up our black Rhino beadlocks that we picked up. We just got the Prim beadlocks in black. They're pretty sweet wheels. We've gotten 3 done. We're only doing 4 right now. Hopefully we'll get a few more wheels down the road, but right now with our budget, only 4 fit in the budget. So the process is basically lubing the wheel up and lubing the tire up and then hopping around on it until it sets on the bead, and it's going kind of well.
Alignments and work. I'm surprised. Yeah. 56. Ah!
We did a beat. Woo! Break a sweat. So.
Yep.
Let's go.
One came off really.
Got all kinds of stuff going on. Fully welding the top section of the roll cage. Got every single bar. Oh god! Out of the old 4Runner here, except for the dash bar, which we'll probably maybe pull out. I don't know. We'll see. Probably. And then if I take this out of bright mode, we are pre-painting almost every single tube, taping off where the welds go. And then we'll be able to put it in and have mostly everything painted. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So here's a little update for everybody. Cage is mostly done. Almost everything's welded. And we've gone over and looked for holes and fixed anything that wasn't perfect. Make everything look decent. By no means are we professional fabricators, so you know, we've found some issues here and there, but everything's coming together pretty well. And welds are solid. We've been working on the sandwich plates quite a bit. So you can see on the bottom, it's kind of hard to see here, but the bolts are just too long for what we need. So we're gonna get some shorter ones. And then once those are bolted, we'll be able to actually weld these so they're in the perfect spot. This one actually passes through this grommet, which is fine, not a big deal there. But we got them going on up front too. This one's here. We had to do some modification to the rocker panel on that one. Same with the ones way up front. brighten this up for you. So yeah, these ones go really they're really quite tight. Here's what we got going on underneath. This is the B pillar. So as you can see, a little trimming of the rocker there. It's just above the KDSS system that's about to get ripped out, but it's a tight fit. And then up front, we have this hole going on, so that's where that plate comes through. So we cut out the lower portion of the rocker so that we're not sandwiching the rocker together and like causing other issues to where we can't get it tight. So it'll just be bolting through the first one here, and then we're gonna have tubes that come off the frame and up. So it'll be rock solid. It'll basically be another body mount outside of these. So those could technically, if we were allowed to, just be chopped off and our body would still be mounted just fine. So, and it's the same on the other side. So once we get more hardware for those, it'll be dialed. But next step is to pull the whole interior back out again for like the 8th time, and we're gonna grind all these down. These are where we sleeved tubes, so we're gonna get all those welds cleaned up. Maybe clean up some of the stuff in here, it's not too bad. Clean up that one, and then everything's gonna get painted so we don't have any more rust going on. But yeah, I mean, everything's welded in and together, and once those sandwich plates are bolted and those lower supports are done, the cage is 100% finished outside of doing the gussets, which we are having a local Waterjet company cut for us. Those will be made out of plate. Got everything stripped out. There's not a whole lot. It's the 2 seats, center console, some dash pieces, and then the dash. So super easy. Still got to pull the back seat, but that'll be super easy. But yeah, everything's out. This is what it all looks like. Cage is all cleaned up and painted. Looks amazing. The color that we painted it matches the paint color really quite well.
Block these other people though.
So?
Okay.
So I got a few cool things going on today. The first of which is we are finally going to mount our cage to the body. Got a bunch of grade 8 bolts, washers, and lock nuts. And if you look in here, all of our sandwich plates are ready to be bolted in. And most of these, as I've already shown you, have some other plates. We just need some shorter hardware. So these will all get bolted in today, and then we'll probably work on doing frame mounts on the other end of those as well. And then I also got a few more cool goodies over here. I forget who makes these, but these are from Amazon. They're just some Clevis Mounts. So these are going to end up in our bumper somewhere around here. And then I'm going to plate around it and get them all tied in nicely so they're plenty strong and good recovery points for the back. And then also on our bumper, you can do soft shackles around this main tube. And do it that way, but it's nice to have both options. And then on another note, got our front bumper, our Addicted off-road bumper back from Powder Coat. It looks absolutely amazing. Front Range Powder Coat up here in Fort Collins painted it for us, so we're ready to put that back on the front of the truck with our worn winch. And then we also found out that our radiator is now leaking, so we're gonna have to put a new radiator in or figure out what exactly is causing it and fix it, but I have a feeling a new radiator is gonna be the move. I'm just gonna get started on mounting these sandwich plates for the roll cage, and then we'll probably move on to getting those Clevis mounts in the rear bumper, so let's get it. Just finished these 2 rear sandwich plates. Got that one welded in and bolted. Same with this one, welded in and bolted. They're kind of a pain to do by yourself, but the rearmost 2 are done. Still have the B-pillar ones, and then I have to get to the A-pillar ones. The A-pillar ones are definitely going to be the hardest. Finished the B pillars, all bolted in, welded up, both sides. These ones were kind of hard to get welds all the way around, up towards the front there, and same with the other side. But managed to get both of them and they look really nice. But what's been going on outside? Snowed a good bit. We've been making good progress though. So all of the sandwich plates are done. Now I'm going to start on doing these Clevis mounts. These guys, we're going to put them into our frame rails here so we have some recovery points. So the next step for me is to simply just, let me brighten this up so you can see here. I'm going to clean up these two gaps on the end of our frame rail, which you guys have probably seen a couple times before. I'm going to smooth it all out and then get those Clevis mounts Frenched in there and go from there. So here we go. Got these tacked in for now just to check positioning and everything, and then I'll burn them in, and then I'll do some plates around them and then have those fully seal them. But this has them sticking out just enough to where they don't stick out all the way. They'll probably be our drag point on the bumper. They're the lowest spot, and I think once we come off of those, we'll be clear at the top section of our bumper. So these will be taking a beating, but they're really low profile. I like how they look, and they're going to work great for what we need. Got both of these burned in where I can before I plate them. So next I'm going to make a cardboard template to fill this area and get that to be nice and smooth. Here's the driver's side plate. Also have the passenger side plate, so these slip on just like that, and then I'll weld them in. Here's what one side looks like, all finished up, plated in, nice welds all the way around. Should be plenty strong, and it looks pretty darn good too. Paint's still wet, so it looks a little glossy compared to the other side, but alrighty, other one's all welded up. I don't lay the prettiest welds, but they're hot and they'll hold, so that's all you can ask for. That's all painted over there, as you saw. But all this one needs is a little bit of grinding on the outside to clean up that outer bit, and then some paint, and it's done. Really low profile. If you look at it, it's just barely hanging down below the bumper, about where you want it to be. It's going to be awesome for a good departure angle, because if you look at it, really the end of our bumper is just past our body, and we actually can't cut any of that. So this is basically best case scenario. So I'm really stoked with how this turned out. But yeah, now that all that's done, next step is going to be getting the front bumper on. Fuel cell needs to go in and get plumbed, and that's over here. And then I haven't showed you guys yet, so there's the fuel cell. We have some steel for that. We have all of our fittings. These are from the awesome guys over at Hot Rod Fuel Hose. He hooked us up big time. He gave us a bunch of advice on hooking it up. We have our fuel pump here. Still need to go pick up a fuel filter, and then I have a bunch of braided line on the other end of the shop. So yeah, I'm exhausted. I've been here about 8 hours today, mostly by myself, working on this frickin' thing, but yeah, progress is good. I'm gonna go home and take a shower, and we'll keep making progress on this as we can.
Oh, I guess because you're falling around the app.
Tiny gaps. Oh yeah.
Gorgeous.
Perfect.
It's that 1 degree.
I just don't know if the bulge gives us enough enough clearance.
The actual fender well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then leave the bulge. Oh, I see. Okay. It looks factory.
Yeah. This is our Addicted Off-Road bumper that we're putting on the front of the car. We're also putting our worn winch in there, but we just got this back from Front Range Powder Coat. They did a nice finish on the front of it. And it looks pretty sweet. We're excited to put it on the car. Both Hayden and I have been running Addicted bumpers on our trucks for like 5-6 years now, so it was an easy choice for us to put one on the race car. So we're throwing the cross member on for the Addicted bumper, which is really nice because it really stiffens up the front of the truck.
There you go. There you go. Really not that.
So something that's kind of cool about this is the winch actually weighs more than this entire bumper. It's also massive, so we had to do a lot of work to make it fit. A good bit of this is cut out, and we also had to grind down these style points on the winch. But it does fit, and it's going to be awesome and probably overkill, which is what we want.
Alright. Oh yeah, that's heavy.
Go up. Yeah, you got it. Yep. Alright. There you go. Hold on.
That's fair.
Which I don't know if that's good or bad. The nice thing is we can side shift and everything. There we go.
You getting the bolt?
Yep, it started.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they're still good.
You try can pick your side up.
So one thing we forgot to do is put on our fairleads. So we gotta take the winch halfway out to get some clearance to put the bolts in, and hopefully that'll work.
Oh, it'll work. I think that fits. Okay, 5/8.
Oh yeah, I cut tight. That's good. Oh yeah.
Gonna lock it. Wow, this thing is fancy. Wow,
So that's how our winch works.
that is so cool.
I'm gonna look at the from the bottom. Okay.
Really around. So wait, we go through the fair lead, around
the drum.
right, and then what? Back out.
And then back out.
Okay.
And then
Here's how it needs to be. Oh, right there. That's
so we
where it needs to
thread it through that side?
be. We thread it through the back side.
Yeah, okay.
Coming
That's
through.
what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna unlock this here.
Whoa, do we have a rope puck?
Probably.
Still in the center of the eyelet.
Oh yeah, it's working. Well done.
Yeah.
Gusset inside the hook.
Probably a robot. Okay, so we need snapping pliers.
Gotcha.
Easy.
First time using the Sidewinder. Dude, that's so nice. You don't need shackles, really. It is your shackle.